Hey, welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson, a.k.a. Uncle Tex, a.k.a. Professor Tex. Before we get started, smash that like button, share with a friend. Got any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. We talk about it. Let's be respectful. Remember, it's only a game. Hey, man, your boy had his first losing picks, man, in 17 weeks here, 16, 17 weeks. I went 7-8, man. I said, some teams that I thought should have got it going on. They didn't get it going on. They lost and whatnot. So your boy said that 7-8 this past week. But we're going to try to make up for it this week here. A couple of games, like I said, I don't really go back because it's getting this late in the season. So I try to not to really go back for every game of what happened and whatnot. But, like I said, you think about Pollard, the Dolphins. He could have ran for the pylon. Nobody's touching him. He's getting in. You follow what I'm saying? A couple of different plays, drops, different things going on with Kansas City and whatnot. Hey, man, it is what it is. Like I said, it's at this particular point in time, it's about getting in the tournament. So I really don't care about records at this particular point in time. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you my week 17 picks and 17 picks, and then we're gonna go into this whole thing with what's his name, with Sean Payton, whom I lost a lot of respect for, and Russell Wilson. But let's go into these picks. First and foremost, tonight's game, I'm taking New York. Got New York and Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland. Detroit and Dallas. I'm taking Dallas and whatnot. Dallas should go ahead and finish up 12 and 5. At least they should. I just want them in the playoffs. That's my main concern. Because they're in the playoffs. That's my main concern. I don't care about the East and all that stuff like that. From 2016 up until now, we've already done all that. We need to at least no less be in the NFC Conference Championship game. New England and Buffalo, wild card. I'm going to take New England. Just for the hell of it. I'm going to take New England. Atlanta, Chicago. Take Chicago. Las Vegas and Indianapolis. I'm going to go ahead and take another pretty much with a wild card and whatnot. Vegas is still fighting, but I don't trust rookie quarterbacks. I'm going to take Indianapolis. Los Angeles and New York, I'm taking Los Angeles. Arizona and Philly, I'm taking Philly. New Orleans and Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield is feeling it. He smells it. He has an opportunity to win the South. I think he plays lights out from now on, and they get in there and whatnot. So I'm taking Tampa Bay. San Francisco and Washington. Yeah, man. I'm going to go ahead and take San Francisco. They should do what they do, but don't be surprised. San Francisco they limping into the playoffs. So, again, that's another thing. Christian McCaffrey playing some good ball. Like I told you guys, he's probably going to be Offensive Player of the Year. I give him that. He's playing good ball. I wouldn't be shocked if he fuck around and get hurt this goddamn game. But that's just me. Carolina, Jacksonville. I'm taking Jacksonville. Miami and Baltimore, I'm taking Baltimore. Taking Baltimore all day. Tennessee and Houston. C.J. Stroud is playing. He's been cleared to play. I am taking Houston on this one here. Pittsburgh and Seattle. Good game. Toss-up. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Los Angeles and Denver. Just because of what old dirty, low-down, rotten-ass goddamn, what's his name, Sean Payton did, I hope Los Angeles wins. Now, if old boy was playing, yeah, I'm going to take Los Angeles just for the hell of it because Los Angeles actually had Buffalo ass but just couldn't close the deal down on them. Cincinnati and Kansas City, I'm taking Kansas City. I'm going for Kansas City to make the run. Because if they don't make the run now, it's going to be, it is what it is, but I'm taking Kansas City on this one. Green Bay and Minnesota. I'm going to go ahead and take Green Bay. So that's my picks for that of week 17. And let's go here, man. Let's go here. So we're dealing with this whole Sean Payton this whole thing of sitting Russell Wilson. 9-time Pro Bowler. Second team All-Pro. If you look at his stats in Pro Football Reference, all you see is double-digit wins. The last 3 years have not been good, but it doesn't matter. 9-time Pro Bowler, Walter Payton award winner, winner, chicken dinner. We've seen the blow up on the sidelines and whatnot, it is what it is. Now, let's go to Russell Wilson real quick here. He's 115-72. So far this year, at a 7-8 record and on a 5-game winning streak, again, he doesn't play defense. 66.4% completion ratio. 3,070 yards passing. 26 touchdowns, 8 picks. Why is this man being benched? Well, I'll tell you why this man's being benched. That low-down, dirty, rotten-ass goddamn Sean Payton, which I used to have respect for, have no respect for that fella now. Now, he could probably say, oh, you dude, you ain't shit. Who the fuck are you? Fuck you too, Sean Payton. Fuck you too. Fuck you and anybody that has to do with the Denver Broncos organization. I've been suspect of them ever since they let go my man Von Miller. Now, here we go. This is from a Don Kelliam NFL Network, I suppose. The Broncos threatened to bench Russell Wilson a week ago. He didn't remove his injury guarantees from the contract that they allowed. Russell Wilson benching by the Broncos is solely financially related and has been in the works for weeks. See how these devils work? Quote from the Poor Righteous Teacher. See how these devils work? Now, the Broncos approached Wilson 2 days after the October 29th upset with the win over the Kansas City Chiefs and told him he would be made inactive for the rest of the season if he did not adjust his contract and defer the injury guarantee trigger date, that is of 2025. This is about money. Okay? The threat, however, shocked him, and the two sides got into a major dispute over how to proceed. Now, when the threat was made by the Broncos, the team, Wilson Camp, the NFL Players Association, and another unknown party were involved in negotiations that ended with no change in Wilson's contract. And it all came crashing down today when Sean Payton and other top-level members of the Broncos organization decided to go ahead with the plan they've had for weeks. A pretty wild turn of events, phenomenal reporting and all that kind of stuff like that. About money. 5-game winning streak. You're not winning shit. You're not winning 5 games with Jarrett Stidham. It's not fucking happening. This man, now, his record for this year is 7-8. Not a winning record. He plays, he finishes out, they could possibly win and go 9-8, possibly squeak in the playoffs. Even if they don't, 9-8. 66.4, 3,070 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8. Dude, go look at the MVP candidates in the league and put his shit up there. What are we talking about, people? What are we talking about? This is some demonic shit. Call it however you want to call it. And for Sean Payton to act the way that he acted on the sidelines with Russell Wilson last week was unacceptable. I never seen him do that with Breeze, and I seen Breeze throw some horrible fucking interceptions and had some bad games. Like I told you guys, go back to my archives. Back to 2017, when they first got Alvin Kamara. Before that, 2016, 14, 13, 79. Missing the playoffs 3 years in a row. 14, 15, 16. They get Kamara, they go, and they win the South 3 years in a row. And get to the NFC Championship game. While not sitting up there giving Kamara what he needed to get, using him the way that the Carolina sorry ass is using that of Christian McCaffrey, they're still sitting up there throwing Breeze the ball 40 fucking times a fucking game. Okay? So y'all can miss me with that bullshit that you don't know what's going on, but that was the disrespect. I've seen Mike Ditka go on Harbaugh years ago. You can go back and look that up on YouTube. Okay? You can go back and look that up on YouTube. But like I said, for him, that type of character of quarterback. See, what people have a problem, this is the problem. Let me go ahead and get this shit to y'all. Stop fucking around. This is the problem. See, he's not your typical, whether it's Cam Newton, whether it's Lamar Jackson, whether it's Dak, any of the good guy, black quarterback, there's a problem. He's soft. He's this. He's that. He's a Bama. He's this. He's that. He's a herb. And all this shit that you can sit up there and see. A lot of them guys on these different podcasts talk about this guy. This guy's a 9-time Pro Bowler, man. And he was born in the Pro Bowls when Pro Bowls actually somewhat meant something. In the last 3 years, they're trying to fuck with him and shit like that. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer, whether you like it or not. And this is not performance-based. This is not performance-based. This is a business decision. This is a business decision. So how do you make this business decision when you're in the middle of a fucking playoff run? Now, they may or may not be, I don't know. Give them a chance to win. Do this after the season is over with. But they don't want to sit up there. Let's go back. So the 35 years already owed a fully guaranteed $39 million in 2024. And the $37 million he made that he'd make in 2025 locks in shortly after free agency begins in March. If Wilson were to get injured in the final 2 games of the season, it could financially devastating, especially if Peyton and the front office don't see Wilson as their quarterback of the future. If this is indeed the final ride for the Broncos, then they say Wilson commented, we say playing next way and all this stuff like that. The 9-time Pro Bowler, not no 1-time Pro Bowler, 2-time, 9-time, All-Pro second team. Walter Payton Award recipient. He will finish with 63% passing, 42 touchdowns, 19 interceptions, and an unfortunate 11-19 record in just under 2 seasons. And he will not have played a single down under that of a $242.6 million extension. Sean Payton doesn't want him as his quarterback. And if that's the case, why take the job? If he's not your quarterback, if you don't want him, don't take the fucking job. Instead of trying to ruin this young man's career at the age of 35 and his resume and what he's done. Now, has Sean Payton blew up on Drew Brees like that? Well, I've never seen that. Never seen it. Never seen it. But he did that to this guy who's a model citizen as an NFL quarterback. And you treat him this way. He's a model citizen. Now I've seen a lot of quarterbacks and going back and forth and all this other kind of bullshit goes on. Russell Wilson doesn't deserve to get treated this way. So we'll see what ends up happening. But like I said, something fishy going on here. Fishy. And it has to do with money. It has nothing to do with performance. Same thing that happened with Deshaun Watson when he sit up there his last year with Houston. We threw for like 30-some odd touchdowns and 4 or 5 interceptions and almost 4,000 some odd yards and whatnot. And they still got, and basically because he was like, look, y'all got to do something with me. Mind you, this all started. Russell Wilson was never in any of this type of bullshit conversation in all the years that he played. But when he asked for help from Pete Carroll, that fucker threw him under the bus. That's why if I'm Russell Wilson, anytime that they have to be some what they call it, come back and let's go relive the old days, I'm not talking to that motherfucker. I'm not talking to him. He's dead wrong for what he did. If a man has done what he did in the 10 years of playing, he deserves to have his piece said in when he said, can I be involved more in the offense and get more or less, can I call some plays? They give up props to Johnny Unitas, Bart Starr, Wyatt Tittle, all the fucking guys back during the time of the fucking late 50s and 60s of how they call their own plays. He don't have no say-so in what he does? Why? I have a problem with that. But then you get pissed off and mad at me when I sit up there and start talking shit about Christian McCaffrey. So if you're going to critique these black quarterbacks the way you critique them, I'll critique Christian McCaffrey the same way y'all critique black quarterbacks. And McCaffrey having a great year. Should be Offensive Player of the Year. For me to get the respect that he's supposed to get, I need to see that same type of productivity in the next 4 fucking years. It's only right. Black quarterbacks got to walk on water. So Christian McCaffrey has to do the same fucking thing. All right? So like I said, man, I tell you guys all the time. I say all the time. There is no GOAT. There is no greatest of all time. As long as time's still going on. And I tell you guys all the time, numbers don't lie and get emotional. People do. You guys have a good one. Enjoy your New Year's. Enjoy your New Year's. Enjoy some of the college games. And enjoy the games coming on tonight. You guys have a good one.